Last time writing and the wheel. Two great inventions, each civilization built independently. Those two inventions grew civilization. Larger cities, wider trade, stronger armies. And there was one more invention that made all of this possible. Metal and bronze. Around 3300 BC, humanity made a leap. From stone to metal. Mix copper and tin, then you get bronze. Harder than stone, sharper, shapeable into any form. The Bronze Age. It was not just about new tools. For the first time, the world began to connect as one. Then around 1200 BC, that world suddenly collapsed. The cause remains a mystery. Today, the Bronze Age. Humanity's first international order. And its shocking collapse. Why did bronze matter so much? There was already stone. There was wood. Bronze was harder and sharper than stone. Dulled bronze could be melted and recast. A broken stone was finished forever. Armies with bronze weapons overwhelmed those with stone. Bronze farm tools dramatically increased productivity. There was a problem. Bronze required both copper and tin. These two metals rarely came from the same place. Copper from Cyprus and Anatolia. Tin from Afghanistan or Cornwall, England. Bronze demanded trade across thousands of kilometers. This is why the Bronze Age built the first international order. No trade, no bronze. Around 1400 BC, five great powers coexisted in the eastern Mediterranean. Egypt, pharaohs of the Nile. The Hittites, keepers of iron's secret. Mitanni, rulers of Syria. Assyria. And Babylon. These powers fought wars, but also exchanged letters, arranged marriages, and sent gifts. Letters between Egypt and the Hittites were actually discovered. The Amarna letters. A vivid record of Bronze Age diplomacy. The shared language was cuneiform. Pharaohs, Hittite kings, all wrote in the same script. The world's oldest known peace treaty. The Treaty of Kadesh, 1259 BC. Egypt and the Hittites. A replica still hangs in the United Nations today. Proof that 3,200 years ago, humanity chose to stop a war and write peace instead. The Bronze Age wasn't only about kings and wars. What was everyday life like? Bronze Age people were surprisingly connected. Egyptian merchants in Greek ports. Cypriot copper worked in Iraqi workshops. Real evidence exists. The Uluburun shipwreck off Turkey, sunk around 1300 BC. Goods from 11 different regions aboard. 10 tons of copper. Tin. Egyptian gold. Ebony. Baltic amber. 11 regions. One ship. Then, around 1200 BC, all of it suddenly collapsed. Mycenaean Greek palaces burned. The Hittite Empire vanished. Cities like Ugarit were abandoned overnight. A final letter was found at Ugarit, sent to Cyprus. 20 enemy ships from the sea. Our cities are burning. The letter was never finished. Never fired, never sent. What on earth happened? Historians have wrestled with this question for over a century. One leading theory: the Sea Peoples, named in Egyptian records. their true identity still unknown. Ramesses III repelled their invasions twice. But every other civilization failed to hold out. But the Sea Peoples alone couldn't explain it all. Evidence also points to severe drought around 1200 BC. Drought cut the harvest. Hunger broke trade. Without trade, no bronze. Without bronze, armies fell. Drought wasn't alone. Geological evidence shows massive earthquakes struck across the eastern Mediterranean in this same period. Drought, earthquakes, sea peoples, trade collapse, internal rebellions. Scholars now believe all of these happened simultaneously. Each alone might have been survivable. All at once, the system broke. After the collapse, the Mediterranean fell into a dark age of 2 centuries. Cities vanished. Greece lost writing altogether. Mycenaean Greece vanished. Its writing and memory cut too. Then the Trojan War became legend. But the collapse didn't end everything. Survivors remained, and they built a new world. And in that new world, a metal stronger than bronze emerged. Iron? The collapse was catastrophic. But it also swept away the old order, making room for what came next. The Bronze Age. The era when humanity first created an international order. That order looked remarkably like our world today. Diplomats, treaties, trade networks, written correspondence. How it collapsed also speaks to us today. Climate, supply chains, migration, conflict, sound familiar? Next time, we explore what came after the collapse. The Iron Age Revolution. How iron changed the world again. Bronze belonged to the few. Iron belonged to everyone. That story begins next time.
Here is the sickle you requested.